Good morning, everyone. Thomas Montgomery. It is August 18th, 2021. We get together with our distribution partners most weekday mornings. I have a brief but important announcement to make today. We have been talking about the business credit and financing workshop and how that is a great way to go out and improve financial literacy and obviously with the goal of generating extra income for yourself. We previously had talked about the need to come to in-person training. Based upon the feedback from about 100 of you yesterday, we have pivoted and we're going to make the training available online on demand. So what you're seeing here on the screen is twofold. We were also asked for some marketing examples. So back when I worked for the SBA, SBDC, this is an example of how we marketed this type of curriculum. Now, obviously, we labeled a little bit differently. The preferred labeling was accessing capital to start or grow a business. And so it's still the same content, but it's just a different label, and you can control that. We tried to find hosts that we could have events on a reoccurring basis. And these were held the third Tuesday of every month. We held those at a co-working space called Work Hub. So this is the flyer template that we use when we set up different workshops at churches and libraries and co-working spaces. So don't get distracted by this. This is just an example of how the workshop can be promoted. It's obviously very valuable when you get collaborative partners to help back it up. Could be bankers, could be other key influencers that give you permission to use their logo and probably help promote, help get butts in the seats. But I don't want to get distracted with the flyer, but several of you to ask, well, how do we promote this? So let's get back over to the agenda. Some of this is going to be similar to what we covered yesterday, but there's some important updates based upon the feedback we received. So we are looking for instructors to teach the business credit and financing training workshop. We went through the agenda yesterday, and here we're looking more at how it's promoted. When you're teaching the curriculum, you can teach it in person or online. That is up to you. It can be as little as a 1 hour event, a couple hour event, or a full day event. There's enough curriculum to make it short or long. You could even break it into multiple sessions. I have a different example of a flyer I could show you where we held it as a 4-part sequence. I think it was also on Tuesdays, so 4 consecutive Tuesdays. We've got award-winning curriculum. Each of the attendees gets a 50-page handout, which really guides them on how to position their business to access capital. That's great from a financial literacy perspective. And again, it positions them well to work with you thereafter. And so when you get trained, you get certified through the Train the Trainer. Of course, we'll go through all that. As I mentioned yesterday, this is a great way to work with key influencers, to work with churches and chambers, business associations, business organizations, because you're bringing forth valuable information that's needed. Building financial literacy, helping small business owners understand how to access capital. Why would you want to teach this? And I realize not everyone will want to, but it's fun helping other people increase their financial literacy. We're teaching very practical, relevant, timely information that most people don't know, and their lack of knowledge may very well impede their ability to access capital. You can generate income from this. And so we're not going to make any earning claims. And frankly, you get to set the fee that you want for each attendee that attends your in-person or online workshop. If it's a full day or at least a half-day workshop, $99.99 is the recommended price per participant. However, you control it. You could even do it for free if you wanted to, just as a lead generator. That is up to you. Obviously, doing the math, if you had 20 attendees, which we'd consider a small class, that's around $2,000 in attendee fees. Obviously, a bigger class or more people or a combination of the two would generate more income. In terms of frequency, you can teach once in a while, once a month, or even once a week. What we really like doing, as I mentioned, is setting up reoccurring sessions. So each host that you have, you create a schedule for the year. And so each host should equate to 12 sessions per year, one a month. And so the question is, how many hosts do you want to have? If you had 4 hosts, you'd be teaching once a week, and just through those 4 relationships. As we talked about, this is a great way to improve financial literacy, but also creates a funnel for access to capital-ready prospects. And so from that could be another revenue stream for those that convert. We would anticipate, if you do a good job teaching, that many of the attendees will be interested in continuing the relationship to work with you and apply what they've learned to be able to access capital. So it makes perfect sense. It positions you as an expert in your community as a go-to resource. I know from our experience, for instance, Greater Texas Capital Corp was a referral source at the time that we were doing these workshops. And so while you can go to banks and other key influencers and say, hey, refer people to me that need capital, a better approach, I think, is to have ongoing education, whether it be in person or online, and ask them to help promote that. Drive the prospects in, educate them, and then they're most likely going to be interested in working with you further. All right, and then we've talked about, if you're an insurance agent, you don't need to be an insurance agent to teach this, so don't be confused, but many of you are licensed life insurance agents. And so, wow, to be a licensed life insurance agent and have a platform to get in front of people, literally or figuratively online, to educate them, become a resource, then it's going to be pretty easy to do a financial needs analysis and be able to help them in other ways and generate additional revenue. The last why is we're also going to provide ongoing training and support. That was asked yesterday, so I wanted to add that to the agenda to make sure it's clear. We did decide to move forward with the leadership roles. And again, we're not selling you anything, so don't worry about that. But we are looking for what we'd consider a lead instructor per county in every county of every state. I know, like in Louisiana, it's parishes. And so with that, if you're willing to teach on a regular basis, then you can have exclusivity for in-person teaching. That wouldn't affect online, because online works anywhere. So don't confuse that. There's no charge for the leadership role, as I mentioned. We just need to get you certified. And the way that you get certified is by going through the Train the Trainer training. And you can either come join us live on August 27th. We have a few more seats available. Or now, again, we're going to offer this online. Going to offer it online. When we said this yesterday, we said, no, you got to come to in person. We got so much pushback off of that, so it's fine. You can come in person, or you can do the certification, Train the Trainer online. If you are interested in teaching this curriculum, you again need to complete the Train the Trainer, because we need some standardization to ensure some competency before we send people out with the curriculum. So just simply email me and let me know if you would like to come to the in-person training, which we have some seats yet available on Friday, August 27th, or if you prefer to do the online. And then we can get to action, put rubber to the road. What questions do any of you have regarding why this is important for small businesses, how it's beneficial to you, next steps? Who has any questions, comments, concerns? All right, so Scott's asking about counties and exclusivity. So again, anyone can train anywhere online, but we do want to have one certified instructor per county. Now, if there's multiple, you can, whoever is running that county, which again, there's not a fee for, then you can control if you want to have additional people. I know some counties are so large that really you could justify having multiple classes per week in different areas, maybe with different hosts within the county, but that would be up to you. So it's kind of first come, first serve. So if you're interested in teaching this curriculum and having geographic exclusivity, Scott, for a given county, then great. So we just need to get you trained, go through the train the trainer. All right, so Timothy is asking about cost. So the in-person training is $299. And so, I mean, it's not a bad deal, right? Teach 3 people, you break even. For the in-person training, we need to cover the cost of the room, the materials, and we're providing you lunch. If you're going to do the online training, Timothy, it's going to be a little bit different. And it'll be just a little bit more, not much more, just because there's going to have to be more individualized and group instruction. What those of you that were very vocal over the past 24 hours said you wanted to be trained online, but you didn't want to be required to do the training at a certain time. So it needs to be on demand. So there's less efficiency for us to train 100 of you on demand than there is 100 of you in a room, but that's fine. So we've worked with a finance company. Even if you're tight on cash, but you want to get certified, they've agreed to finance it for $28.25 a month. I mean, who doesn't have $30 to get certified and be able to teach this? But again, it is cheaper to come to the in-person class. It'll be a little bit more to do the online on demand just because there's less efficiencies for us. But in either case, it's a slam dunk if you love helping people, if you love educating people, and if you see it the way that we do. This is a great way to develop a funnel into access to capital, and if you're an insurance agent. Zon's asking for a copy of the promotional flyer. Sure, we can provide you, and that's part of what we're talking about, ongoing training and support. This is not a marketing and sales program, so don't confuse that. This is not some business opportunity where you get certified and we promise to go set you up workshops and keep you busy. This is a training program to be certified as a train the trainer. Then you'll be authorized and supported in teaching the curriculum, but it is not us setting up the workshops for you. If you want someone to set up workshops for you, we do have a call center that you could work with, and they'll call every church, and they'll call every chamber and all of that. And so you can certainly outsource the setting up of workshops if you would like, but that is not our value proposition. We're not promising to set up the events for you. As part of the certification training, we're going to teach you the material, and we'll show you how to work with hosts, and we have a vested interest in your success, but this is not a business opportunity, so don't confuse that. Who else has any questions, comments, concerns on the slight pivot that we've made? So the curriculum is outstanding. It's needed. We need instructors. Some of you may like to teach, some of you may not. That's fine. But if you're looking for ways to be able to create relationships with key influencers, we like to call them hosts, and or with clients to be able to generate income and create a funnel for access to capital, capital ready, or even if you're an insurance professional, this is a great way to do it. I do respect that some of you really prefer more of an online, no-touch approach, so this would be a bad fit for you. But for those of you that are comfortable teaching in person or online, then this is an outstanding way, and it's a proven way to be able to help people and generate a funnel. Are there any questions before we end our shortened training for today? Okay, so just simply let us know if you're interested, whether it be the in-person or online, and we can get you plugged in. We are looking to have one designated instructor for each county across the United States. That's a great opportunity for everyone, but some counties are tremendously valuable, and so I would encourage you to move quickly. All right, with that being said, we're going to have one more in-person training on August 27th. At this point, I don't anticipate we'll have any more in-person since we're going to the online training. All future trainings will be online. So if you want in-person, kind of a last chance to come in. Otherwise, online is the way that we're going. So we'll be back tomorrow morning, as we are most mornings on our Zoom training. Let us know if you have any questions via email. And then if you'd like to be the certified instructor to go through the trainer material, then please let us know so we can get you set up and get that county reserved for you, because we want to avoid having more than one person per county to avoid conflict. We don't want multiple people calling on the same chamber, on the same church. That's not very coordinated. All right, thanks everyone. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.